No, I waited too long and it's dark outside now. Glasses, where are my glasses? I don't know where my glasses are. Problem. Got them. Okay, cool. Hi guys, welcome back to my welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. It's so good that you're here. I'm so excited for today. My hair, I twisted it. It's supposed to be like, you know, like a twist out. Like when I take it out the twist, it's supposed to be like really cute and big. I don't know how that's gonna work. As you can see, I'm back home. So excited, you know, winter break, Christmas, fun times. Yeah, I hate living in a dorm. I just don't like it. Me being back, it signifies the end of the year, end of a semester. Just got my final grades today. I did awesome because it's what I do. End of 2021. We're going into 2022, thank God. What does that mean? But new releases. There's a lot of exciting books coming out in 2022. As I did last year, I put the books in order of when they're gonna come out, and a lot of them just, you know, coincidentally, as I looked through a bunch of different lists, they do come out in January. So, you know, don't have to wait too long for these. Yay. So these books that I'm about to talk about are in January. The first book that I'm anticipating coming out in 2022 is called Yinka, Where Is Your Husband? And this is by Lizzie Damilola Blackburn. Yinka is a successful woman who is, I believe, British Nigerian, and she's always asked the question by her mom, you know, where is your husband? And she's, you know, independent, she's got a great job, but she's still got her mom always asking her this question. And so then her cousin gets engaged and she needs a date to the wedding, and, you know, chaos, rom-com ensues, I suppose. From the information I've read about this book, I've seen that it's a subversion of the traditional rom-com with a very strong heroine and also a very strong connection to her culture, which is very exciting. I love that. I love that a lot. I love a good subversion, and I think that the whole, I'm a single woman and I need a date somewhere, that's done so many times. So the fact that people have said this is a subversion of that trope, I'm fascinated. Sounds interesting, right? No? No? Book that comes out in 2022, January, is Greenwich Park by Catherine Faulkner. So this is a thriller, fun. So it's about this woman named Helen who's, you know, your typical suburban mom, Honda Odyssey soccer type mom, I suppose. And she meets Rachel, who isn't the ideal mother to her. She, like, I think smokes cigarettes. She's just a little bit, you know, offbeat, like not her traditional Stepford, I guess. And they become friends regardless, but suddenly Rachel starts to get weird, and then along the lines, Rachel threatens to expose a past crime from their intertwined past lives, and suddenly Helen's ideal life is no longer ideal and it's no longer perfect. I kind of like this trope a lot of, like, the perfect person really isn't perfect once you start digging, you know, in the past that they don't want you to dig into. I think that's always been a very interesting trope to me, and soccer moms, I think, always got a little bit of spice to them. There's always something that you want to figure out there. Next, coming out in January 2022 is You Don't Know Us Negroes and Other Essays by Zora Neale Hurston. I'm so excited. So this is just kind of a collection of her nonfiction essays over the span of 35 years, and yes, I love Zora Neale Hurston. I think that she is so amazing. You know, Their Eyes Were Watching God and I have a very particular relationship where the first time I read it, it was taught to me by a white man, therefore I didn't like it. Then I reread it and I was like, oh, he tried to ruin this book for me and he can't. So yeah, no, me and my sophomore English teacher, yeah, walking into 8th period, I was like, no. The next book coming out in January 2022 is Violetta by Isabel Allende. Now, this is another author that me and her have a little colored history. I had to read an Isabel Allende book in Spanish my junior year of high school, and I did not like it because I had to read it in Spanish, and I simply didn't know what was going on. Finished my minor this semester, guys, by the way. Bawling. Anyways, so I thought that I didn't like Isabel Allende. Again, well, no, this one wasn't taught wrong because I adore that teacher. It was really faults on Claire. Isabel Allende's Violetta is magical realism, which she does. You know, she really does this. And it spans 100 years of her life, of Violetta's life, through letters written to, I believe, her son or her nephew or something like that. And I think that's gonna be so fun because it's from 1920 to 2020. So not only is that 2 pandemics, but it's wars, flus, tyrants, diplomacies. Like, that's fun, right? I love letter formats in books. Next book coming out in January 2022. It's the last one, I promise. We're gonna move on. This one's called Made in Manhattan by Lauren Lane, but it's not made as in Jennifer Lopez, it's M-A-D-E. Ah, love a good play. about a woman who's a socialite in New York, and the man is from the Louisiana Bayou, and it's a My Fair Lady retelling, but the roles are switched. That's fun. I love My Fair Lady. I quite do, because Pygmalion, right? Yeah. And I love Audrey Hepburn. She's the light of my life, apple of my eye. Me and Holly Golightly, we go way back. And I like that it's role reversal. That's always fun too, because I like to see how the story changes based on the gender role. The only gender reversal I'm not watching is He's All That. I'm okay, actually. Now we're moving on. We jump to April of 2022. And the book that I'm excited for coming out then is The Memory Librarian by Janelle Monáe. And this is going to be a sci-fi anthology, and I don't know much about it. I couldn't find much more about it. Janelle Monáe's album, Dirty Computer, we talked about it a lot in my class this semester about it was my Afrofuturism, speculative fiction class, and we talked a lot about Janelle Monáe's work and how it is Afrofuturism. And so I'm very excited to see their sci-fi you know, thoughts that were in the album now translated into an anthology book. Like, that's gonna be so interesting. And I think, based on what I know of the music, that it is Black speculative fiction, you know, perhaps Afrofuturism if I can, you know, presume as much. Maybe a bit of a cyberpunk moment too. And I'm excited. I think that's gonna be amazing. Next, coming out in April 2022 is Hotel Magnafique by Emily J. Taylor. So this is a YA fantasy in a Belle Epoque hotel. Belle Epoque just means like early French World War I era. And it's a wildly enchanting hotel that goes to different destinations every morning. And it's fun and cool until the main character has to stop the ruthless, and I do not speak French, maître de hotel, the hostess of the hotel, okay? Like a magical hotel that goes different places, and she's got to stop the evil woman who is the hostess of the hotel. Don't know much about it, but it sounds fun, right? Next book coming out is also April 2022, and this is Kaikei by Vaishnavi Patel. And so it's about the vilified queen in the Ramayana, which is, what I learned, is a Sanskrit text important in Hinduism, I believe. And so when I was looking it up, it said that it was put in the same category as Circe. I said, yes! End the vilification of women throughout history that were just trying to maintain agency, and men were like,
that's bad, she's a villain.
Yeah. Kaikei's rise to power, her life as a warrior, princess, diplomat, and queen, and it puts kind of a feminist spin on it. Now, honestly, I do not know much about the Ramayana, and I do not know much about Hinduism in general. I definitely did take a world religions class senior year of high school, so I know like the real backbone kind of broad basics of it, but this is definitely going to, you know, educate me further. Putting it with Circe makes me think, and you know, you could correct me if I'm wrong. Well, because with Circe, she was just, and you know, people might disagree with me on this one too, by the way, but Circe was just kind of trying to live her life, and men were like, "Rawr," and she was like, no. And then from that, people were like, ah, see, she's an evil woman, she's a witch, because she was just, you know, fighting back after they assaulted her in the first place. That might be the case with Kaikei, or maybe she really is an evil woman, I don't know. But this sounds like it was just a woman trying to defend her agency, and people were like, bad. The next book is coming out in May 2022, and this is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Now, off the bat, I do like Emily Henry quite a lot. I've read Beach Read, and then I just read People We Meet on Vacation. I am a repeat offender. I do enjoy her books. This is about a woman named Nora who goes on a trip and bumps into an enemy from her city that she lives in, and they just keep meeting over and over again. And it would normally be a cute, you know, little meet cute, except she hates this guy and he hates her. So it's like enemies to lovers, but they're also book nerds. That's an important thing. They meet each other in the literature sphere a lot. I love a good enemies to lovers. And so I wrote, I wrote here in my notes, I said, so it's enemies to lovers about two book nerds. Ah, gimme. Yeah. The 10th book that I have, I do not know any information on because I don't think any information's really come out yet, but it is Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong, who is the author of These Violent Delights and then Our Violent Ends. I have not read Our Violent Ends yet, but I've heard good things about it, and I really did like these Violent Delights, so I intend on it. And I've heard Foul Lady Fortune is in the same universe as these Violent Delights from the point of view of a different main character, and it's somewhat explained in the epilogue of Our Violent Ends, so you know, kind of gotta read that before I get into this. But I've got until fall 2022, so bah. Anyways, that is my list of my 10 books that I'm anticipating in 2022. I am very excited for these. Let's see, the one that I'm most excited for, Kaikei, sounds very interesting, and so does the Zora Neale Hurston nonfiction essays. Oh my god. Sally Rooney, do we have anything cooking in 2022? Do we? I'd like to know. I hope you guys found one of these titles that I said to be interesting, and hopefully you can anticipate it with me. Let me know if there's any other new releases that you have heard of that you're interested in, or any authors that have teased new works that are coming out. I'm excited. And you know, happy end of this year. So I'm done. Bye.